Thanks to the amazing folks over at Ameda City through the Predecessor Creators Guild, I've been given an opportunity to take a first look at Predecessor's upcoming patch, patch 1.4. This patch is absolutely massive and has some changes for every single hero in the game. It's also going to bring us our next Predecessor hero, Boris, who's going to be charging his way into Sanctuary. We got a lot to cover in this patch, so let's get to it. Terra is a relatively new to Predecessor tank, scrapper, stay in the fight, off lane hero. I've seen some people play her in jungle, but again, her primary role is going to be in the off lane. They've got a good number of changes that have come to her in patch 1.4, and we're going to go over those now in detail. The first change is to her primary ability, Ruthless Assault. They have increased the scaling damage, but they have increased the cooldown. So you have a little bit less uses, but you will have more damage. Now, for those of you who don't know, the way this ability works is Terra spins her axe around her, dealing 2 instances of damage, but if she has her ability empowered, she will do 3 instances of damage. Now you may ask, how does she get it empowered? This is her passive called Herser. When she's stacked up to 5 basic attacks, the next ability cast will be empowered. The next change that they have made is to her secondary ability, Highland Hurl. This is a little bit of a nerf here because they've lowered the radius of the axe. They've lowered the speed of the projectile. They've lowered the base damage of the axe, but they have increased the scaling damage. They have made the slow a flat 40%, which was somewhere in between the 3rd and the 4th level of this ability. So now you gain that 40% from first level, which is a benefit. They have lowered the slow duration, and they have lowered the root duration, which the root is when you have an empowered Highland Hurl. So really, it's kind of overall a nerf, except for the slow percentage is going to be that 40% at first rank. The next ability is her Wild Rush ability. This is her alternate ability, which allows her to dash. When it's empowered, she dashes and she gains a max health percentage shield. The adjustments that they've made is that they've increased the base damage late. They have lowered the max charge multiplier. They've increased the scaling damage, and they've lowered the cooldown early. Or excuse me, they've increased the cooldown early, lowered the cooldown late. Not any significant changes there, but worth noting what the changes are. The last ability they've adjusted is her ultimate Unstoppable Force. This ability now no longer has an armor multiplier, whereas it previously did. But in exchange, they've extended the duration of the ultimate. So she'll have those enhanced resistances for a little bit longer than in previous patches. So let me know if you like these changes or if you think they could have done more or that you think this is great down in the comments below. And if you plan on playing her in patch 1.4.